They told you the truth was hidden to protect you. They lied. For 75 years, governments have kept silent about a captive being that changed everything we thought we knew about life, death, and the soul. This isn't a story of science fiction. It's a confession. Because what the creature said before vanishing isn't just a message for those who held it, it's a warning for all of us. Today we dive into the captive nobody was supposed to know about. 1947, the year of Roswell. Newspapers screamed about a flying disc, then retracted it in less than 24 hours. But the real story didn't end with a crash site. It began with what the military quietly called IBO-1. This wasn't a cartoon alien. Witnesses described it as reptilian, 7 feet tall, translucent skin that shimmered like oil, eyes black and needle-thin. For 5 years, from 1947 to 1952, IBO-1 was interrogated, studied, feared. Scientists wanted answers, where it came from, what it wanted, and most of all, whether it was dangerous. But the question that shook the Pentagon was simpler. Do you have a soul? The reply, absolutely, I have a soul. It is eternal. Those 6 words triggered panic. Because if something not human claimed to have a soul, what did that mean for us? 2 kinds of visitors. Over time, through thought and vibration rather than speech, IBO-1 revealed a truth no one was ready for. There are 2 kinds of reptilian visitors. The first kind, infiltrators, walking among us covertly, masked by genetic disguise and interdimensional cloaking. The second kind, travelers from realities beyond ours, who move not by ships, but through consciousness itself. Both kinds have their own agendas. Some are gardeners of civilizations, others are predators, accelerating evolution until the species collapses. And Earth, we're right in the middle of their experiment. The soul question that haunted them. Psychologists were pulled into IBO-1's cell for months to ask the same thing. What happens when we die? The response never changed. You will see. All of you will see. But one phrase, recorded and buried for decades, was darker. When Earth enters full, harmonious Level 4 consciousness, they will appear and they will affect everyone. Level 4 consciousness? Affect everyone? That sounded less like prophecy and more like a countdown. The Pentagon's silent admission. We hear about unexplained aerial phenomena, but inside the Pentagon, it was never about lights in the sky. It was about control, of narrative, of panic, of truth. They admitted phenomena exist, but they didn't tell you what those phenomena do. IBO-1 did. It said forces here on Earth, extraterrestrial forces, are pushing humanity to ascend faster than it should, and like a child forced to sprint before learning to walk, the result wouldn't be progress, it would be collapse.
The whispered name. In 1951, IBO-1 dropped a name that froze the room. The First Order. Not a translation error, not a military code. The First Order is what the Greys call themselves. Their mission is to preserve the order of the universe. Preserve the order or impose it. The First Order's mission. Years later, a tactical advisor named Tim confirmed fragments of this. He revealed the Greys weren't rogue abductors. They were administrators. Their mission? To catalog warrior-type species across the cosmos, to gather them, to unify them. Why? Because the majority of civilizations are peaceful. They never evolved war. But a small percentage, about 5%, are born warriors. They destabilize everything. Earth is one of them. The universe's deadly game. Ibo 1 compared it to a game. The universe plays through conflict, the way we play simulations. But eventually, even the universe gets bored. The only way to erase the warrior gene is to let it burn itself out. Entire timelines collapse until war becomes irrelevant. The chilling part. What if the universe is bored with us already? Advanced doesn't mean peaceful. We love the myth that advanced beings must be wise, gentle, enlightened. But Ibo 1 shattered that. Some advanced species still remain warriors at heart. They intellectualize ethics, they write codes, but they are predators. If such beings decided to preserve peace here, would it feel like salvation or colonization in disguise? The garden and the predator. Ibo 1 spoke of the universe as a garden. Peaceful species plant, nurture, grow. But when predators enter, most gardeners have no weapons, no defenses. That's where warrior species come in. They preserve the peace by force. But what happens when the preservers become predators themselves? The hidden agenda. The First Order doesn't just prevent chaos. They build armies. Armies of warriors bound by rules so strict they believe they're saviors, not conquerors. And where does humanity fit? As recruits or as experiments? Ibo 1 once hinted, the reason your people manage so much of their world comes from us. Was that a boast or a confession of manipulation? The moral divide. Trust, it said, is only measured by experience, and warrior species without a moral core always fall to corruption. Even the Greys are divided. Some believe in strict non-interference. Others believe in guided ascension, forcing planets like ours into higher states before they're ready. And humanity? We are the test case. The countdown to level 4. Again and again, Ibo 1 repeated it. Level 4 consciousness. When Earth enters it, it said, they will appear and they will affect everyone. Not some, not the chosen few, everyone. What is level 4? A spiritual awakening? A technological threshold? A planetary breaking point? The Pentagon never cracked it.
But they built programs, black budgets, entire secret infrastructures, because when that moment comes, someone needs to control it. The vanishing. And then, in 1952, Ibo 1 vanished. No alarms, no broken doors. 1 second it was there, the next it was gone. On the wall of its cell, in glowing script no one could translate, was a final message. Before it faded, one translator swore it read, "You will remember when the sky opens." The final warning. Decades later, Tim warns that the First Order hasn't disappeared. It's only grown more silent, more careful. Peace, he said, is only good as long as someone preserves it, and not all preservers are on your side. Disclosure isn't about proving aliens exist. It's about revealing what kind of species we're becoming and whether we'll be recruited or erased. The Invisible War. If you're waiting for an invasion, you've already missed it. The war is here. It's not fought with bombs or bullets. It's fought with genetics, with consciousness, with timelines. And the question isn't whether we'll survive it. The question is whether we'll even recognize it happening. Buried in declassified scraps is Ibo 1's last prophecy. When the warriors unite, the sky will crack, and you will see who you really are. Was it a promise? A warning? A death sentence? No one knows. But the First Order's experiment with humanity is accelerating. The gardeners are watching, the warriors are gathering, and the soul of mankind is the prize. So when the sky finally opens, what steps through first? The saviors or the predators? The answer may already be in your DNA, but unlocking it may cost us everything. The next revelation will change everything.